Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum. My name is Norazzam Norsin from 2BIT S1G2. So today I will present to you the comparison for 5 best game engines. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, this is table of contents, which is I already choose 5 best game engines. The first one is Unity Game Engine, GODOT, RPG Maker, Game Maker Studio, and Unreal Engine. Okay, let's go for the first one, which is Unity Game Engine. Unity Game Engine, most probably the most known game engine, but it gets some hate because of bad graphics compared to Unreal Engine. Okay, let's go for the pros and cons for the Unity Game Engine. For the pros, Unity Game Engine is free to use, so we don't need to pay a lot amount of money to use this game engine. Okay, so for the beginner, it is suitable lah, since you don't need to pay money to learn how to make a game. So that's why it is beginner friendly. And the third one, it is cross-platform friendly, since we can export our project to many platforms, the iOS, the Android, or the Windows. Okay, the last one, the OS compatible for the Unity Game Engine. It is suitable for the Windows, macOS, and Ubuntu. Okay, so for the cons, the Unity Game Engine is heavy and takes a lot of space on your hard drive. Even small games are built with a large exe size, so we need a lot of free disk space free space on our disk to run this game engine. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is GODOT. GODOT is very flexible since we can build 2D or 3D games. It is open source game engine and all our work is 100% ours. Great choice for indie game developer. Okay, let's go for the pros. Okay, for the pros, the GODOT is very flexible, since I mentioned in the description for GODOT, since it can make 2D or 3D games. Okay, and the next one, it is open source game engine. It is free to use game engine since it got MIT license, so our games are 100% ours lah. Okay, the next one, it is organized. The surface is organized. The console, the place for the asset store, it is organized. And the last one, for the OS compatible, GODOT compatible in Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Okay, for the cons, GODOT is not suggested for beginner level and it has small community. Okay, since it has small community, there is not so many tutorial for beginner to learn on the internet, so we need to explore individually. Okay, the next one is RPG Maker. RPG Maker is suitable for person that want to make 2D RPG game with an easy learning curve, beginner friendly engine that mainly focuses on 2D RPG game. Okay, let's go for the pros and cons. For the pros, RPG Maker is very beginner friendly since it uses a simple appearance for the game engine. So for the student or person that want to create their first game, it is suitable for them. And it is RPG focus engine. If you want to make RPG game, so this is the best choice that given for the game engine. Okay, the next one, it is low free space needed, so you don't need to have a lot of free space on your disk to run this game engine, but the OS compatible. Okay, the OS compatible, the RPG game maker only compatible on Windows. So if you use Mac OS or Linux, you can't use it. And the cons for RPG game maker, it is not free. So you need to pay some amount of money to use this game engine. And other free engines such as Unity that can make 2D and 3D game can do better than this game engine. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is Game Maker Studio. Game Maker Studio is excellent for creating any types of 2D games. Any types. Not like RPG Game Maker, which is only focused on RPG game. But the Game Maker Studio, you can make any types of 2D games, as that is its main focus. But the license fee is quite pretty expensive. Okay. For the last year project, I used this game engine to make my own game. For in my experience, this is a good game engine to start with. Okay. Okay. For the pros and cons, it is best platform to create 2D games, since that's its main focuses to make any type of 2D games that I mentioned before. Okay, and it is also very flexible, since you can export your project to any type of platform such as Android, iOS, Windows, and others. And it is also beginner friendly. Like I said before, I use these game engines to make my own first game, so it is not so hard to deal with. Okay, and the cons for Game Maker Studio is only for developing 2D games. Okay, so for the developer that want to try to make 3D games, it is not suitable for them. They can find another game engine. Okay, and it is not free, so you need to pay. You need to pay pretty expensive money to use this game engine. And in the last one, it got a small community, so you don't have too much person or website or video to learn on the internet, so we need to explore ourselves also. Okay, and the last one is Unreal Engine. Okay, we could get better graphics using Unreal Engine, but at the end of the day, it all depends on the assets and visual artists. If you have great visual artists, you can make games on Unity look better than games made with Unreal. So it all depends on the assets and the visual artists. So let's go for the pros and cons. Okay, Unreal Engine is known for AAA game development, since there are so many best the top level of games created using this game engine, since it got more tools and more efficient rendering technology, so we don't need to wait too much of time to render our project. And it is also offers grant, which is you can request amount of money to create your game, but using the license from the Unreal Engine. And the OS compatible, it is compatible on Windows and also Mac OS. Okay, for the cons, Unreal Engine is not suitable for beginner level since it is really high performance game engines. So the top developer always use this kind of game engine. Okay, and it is more suitable for a team of developers. So for indie game developer, this game engine is not suitable for them, but they can use or try any other game engines listed. Okay, that's all from me. Presentation for game engine survey. My name is Norazzam Norsin. This is my Matric number B0319100041 from group 2 BITES 1 2. That's all. Thank you.